What's up, action takers, the community of doers? I hope you're doing well. Week 6, episode 6, 52 weeks, here we come. A research was done by a professor of psychology, goes by the name Jill Matthews, in the University of Dominican in California. And these were the findings. The people who set goals stand a 42% chance to achieve them compared to those who try to pursue things just organically. They went further with their findings to establish that if you set publicly, or if you have an accountability of those goals, that you have a person that you're communicating to regularly about the goals that you have set and what you're doing about them on a regular basis, you stand a 76% better chance to achieve those goals. Now, today I want to talk about goal setting. I know it sounds like a cliche, but I want us to look at it from a very, very, very different perspective. And by the end of this episode, for the few minutes that we are going to be together, I believe you're going to look at goal setting with a whole different angle. Now, before I go deep into goal setting, something that I know probably you think is a cliche, but after this episode, you are going to rethink the way you look at goals moving forward. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel so that we can continue this journey of building the biggest community in personal development. Now, let's go back. I want us to look at this differently. Goal setting. I know what you're thinking. How many times have you heard about goal setting? Probably a million times. But this platform is rethinking conventional mentality. So let us rethink those cliche-like ideologies around goal setting. Now, what is goal setting? Goal setting is a powerful process for thinking about your ideal future and for motivating yourself to turn your vision into reality. So basically, in a nutshell, is the art of being clear about what you want to achieve so that you can take the necessary step towards the realization of what you want to achieve. Moving forward, I would like to categorize goals as 3 major types of goals: short-term, medium-term, and long-term. And I think that every person should have their goals divided into that format. Short-term goals that you set weekly, medium-term, probably monthly, quarterly, and long-term goals that you set probably half a decade, and a lifetime basis. I think that's a basic way we can be able to break down the goals that we set, or the goals that we can set in our day-to-day lives. Something else that is considered, that is a very, very, let me not say obvious, but something that is very, very known, but also I think it's also very, very important in goal setting. Before I get into the actual thing that I want us to be considering moving forward when it comes to goal setting, I think it's good for me to lay the foundation of the things that we already know that are important, that probably we might find ourselves, due to the many times we have interacted with those concepts, we might find ourselves actually not taking into consideration those things, or not taking serious in those things, and they're actually important. Setting SMART goals. We all know that SMART is used as an acronym: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. I think also, even at this point, that's also, it's still very important for us to consider those parameters when you're setting our goals. Being specific. We have talked about that in this platform, that you have to be very specific on the outcome or the objective that you want. So I still think setting specific goals is very relevant towards achievement of those things that you want. Measurable. We usually say that what gets measured gets done. You have to measure what you want to accomplish so that you can know when you accomplish. And that gives you, it gives you the specific way forward, and it allows you to know if you're moving in the right direction or not. Measurable. Then achievable. Now, I would want to give a bit of a contrary opinion that I think we need to rethink how we do that. In achievable, I think you need to break down that specific aspect. And you can be able to break it down into 3 categories in that specific of setting achievable goals. In this sense, have easy goals. 2, have hard goals. And 3, have unachievable goals. Goals that you probably don't think that you are capable of achieving. Why am I saying that? Easy goals are goals that you can be able to achieve with the minimum efforts. Just minimum efforts. You can be able to achieve those goals. And they give you the momentum that you need to push on those big things, or to push on those probably goals that you don't think that you are capable of. So the easy goals are to give you momentum. A goal like the time you wake up. A goal like going less on social media. A goal like what you eat. That is something you can do with bare minimum effort. You need to set them and be very specific and be like, I'm not going to be using my phone from this time. That's something that you can do. It's just to switch off the phone. That's all. So it's an easy goal that can give you the momentum to pursue the bigger goals. But I think, not even I think, you should have that. The second one is hard goals. Hard goals are goals that you achieve with, you have to work extra hard. You have to go an extra mile. You have to push yourself beyond your comfort zone. Now, those marks the idea of your progress, moving out of your comfort zone and pushing. So you must have goals that push you out of your comfort zone. After you have formed the momentum that I said I won't do this and I've been able to do it. I've said I will do this and I've been able to achieve it. Now, set something that removes you out of your comfort zone. Those are the goals that we call hard goals. And those hard goals brings about growth. They brings about progress. The last one, the last category on achievable goals, we have broken it down, is an unattainable, or goals that you think you can attain. Very, very hard. Let me say very, very hard goals. Goals that probably where you sit, you can't see yourself achieving them. Those goals allows you to explore your limits. They allows you to push yourself beyond your limit. And that's what takes you out of the average human being. So for you to push yourself beyond the average, you must have those goals that you think from where you sit, you don't see any way that you can be able to achieve them. And what does it mean? It means you have to become a different person, not to achieve the goals. You have to become a different person for you to be able to start pursuing those goals. And that takes me back to, it's not about what you get with what you do. It's about who you become with what you do. The other one is relevant. Of course, you can't pursue obsolete goals. The goals that you set, what you set to become, what you set to accomplish, has to be relevant within the confines of your industry, within the confines of your environment, within the confines of who you want to become or what you're trying to achieve. And the last one is time bound. This one I'm going to talk about it as I wind up on the different approach that I want us to take moving forward. You have to set a deadline. And the deadline, what it does for you, it gives you the urgency that you pursue your goals with. And it makes sure that on a daily basis, there is something that you're doing towards achieving the goals that you have set to achieve. Now, this is the different approach that I want us to consider. This concept was developed by Brian Tracy. You can check on him. He's very big on achieving success. And it is a 7-step, and he calls it the 7 steps of goal setting. If you can set a goal using these 7 steps, it is inevitable that you will definitely achieve that goal. I have tried it myself, and I can tell you for a fact it works from experience. Now, what are these 7 steps, and how can you apply them to your process of goal setting and realize the benefits or the outcome? The first one, identify a clear goal that you want to accomplish. There is power in clarity. You have to be very clear about the goal that you want to accomplish. It can't be vague. It can't be vague. You have to be very, very clear about what you want to achieve. The second thing, identify the benefits from achieving that goal. Identify the benefits. A very profound philosophy is when the why is very clear, the how is obvious. When you're so clear about why you're doing what you're doing, how to do it is obvious. You don't even need to be told. Because if you're very, very clear about why you're doing it, your subconscious mind will give you the steps on how to accomplish that. A famous NBA player said, Kobe Bryant, that when you're so clear about what you want to achieve in life, the world becomes your library to get better at that. So, when you're so clear about it, the whole thing, your subconscious mind and the world, is going to conspire together to make you have the capability to achieve that. The third step of effective goal setting. List the major obstacles that you're going to encounter in achieving that goal. You can't fight what you can't see. You can't fight what you can't see. Identify the obstacles, and thus you're going to be able to know how to fight those obstacles or how to get through those obstacles in the first place. The fourth, identify the skills and the knowledge that you need for you to achieve that goal. Insanity is trying to find answers to today's challenge using yesterday's knowledge. You need to know what are the prerequisite skill and knowledge needed for you to be able to accomplish what you're setting to accomplish, so that you can be able and equip yourself to have the knowledge and the skills that you need to come and face what you're setting or the journey that you're setting yourself on. The fifth step, identify the individual, groups, and organization to work with. No man is an island. Identify the people or the organization that you need to work with in the pursuit of what you're setting to accomplish. Simon Sinek said that us not asking for help makes us not realize how we are surrounded with many people who are willing to offer help to us. And also, working with a mentor allows you or saves you a lot of time because you can ride on the experience that they have on the same field that you're working. So always get or look for like-minded individuals and mentors who can help you in the pursuit of what you're setting yourself for. It's not going to be easy, but when you collaborate, you are able to distribute and you are able to get opinion, and you can share the thinking towards the goal that you have set for yourself. The sixth step, develop an action plan. Develop an action plan. After you have done all the others, now you have to, where are you going to start from? Where are you going to start from? The reason I'm doing this platform, or one of the inspiration that came to me that compelled me to put together this platform, I'm just saying that to anchor what developing an action plan, is that I thought that many people read or many people get information, and this was my analogy. With all the information you have, when you wake up Monday morning, what do you do? That was what was one of the inspiration that actually pushed me to start this platform. I thought so many people hear a lot of information. Probably you even know what you need to do for you to go to the next level. But what do you do when you wake up Monday morning towards where you want to go? Develop an action plan. And the last one is set a deadline. That within this time frame, I want to have accomplished this. Now that, if you follow that 7-step procedure for effective goal setting, I promise you that goal setting will never sound like a cliche again in your life. And when you set yourself on that path, achievement of those goals that you set is inevitable. You will definitely, 100%, achieve in that path. Now, let me look at 2 or 3 people that have talked about goals. I like drawing insights from the great thinkers that we have of our times. And there is specific ones that got my attention that I want to wind up with, so that I can just leave you with something to pound about even as you take these 7 steps and apply them to your goal setting procedures moving forward. One of them is Zig Ziglar, and this is what he said, that a goal properly set is halfway reached. I will not even explain. It's self-explanatory. Another one which caught my attention is Tony Robbins, and this is what he said. Setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into visible. That thing that you feel that you just sit in your imagination, it can come to pass. And he said that when you set yourself on that path, that is the beginning of achieving it. The last one that I would like to look at is Harvey Mackay, and this is what he said. Goals aren't enough. You need goals plus deadlines, goals big enough to get you excited about, deadlines to make you run. Goals, they make you excited to enter into that pursuit, and deadlines gives you the urgency and they put you in a running momentum towards achieving them. Now, to close off this episode, I will close by mentioning all those steps and allow you to go and implement them. And you have to take action. Remember that action is the foundation to all success. Even if you consume what I'm telling you, until you go and put it into action, that's when you're going to see the outcome of what you're trying to do. Now, so 7 steps for effective goal setting. 1, set clear goals. 2, identify why you want to accomplish them. To what advantage do you stand by accomplishing those goals? 3, what are the obstacles are you going to encounter in the pursuit of those goals? 4, which skills and knowledge do you need to be able to give you the capacity to accomplish those goals? 5, which people or organization do you need to work with or to collaborate with or mentors to be able to help you in the pursuit of those goals? 6, develop an action plan. And 7, set a deadline. Thank you very much. Let's go to work. Let's implement those things. And always remember to show up for your life. See you on the next one.